Alright guys, got coffee. We have a lot of work to do early in the morning. We're trying to get this deck all sealed up. But in order to get it all sealed up, what do we got to do?
We got to clean it off.
Yeah, we got to get all that stuff. What do you got dirt on your neck for? What you doing? Huh?
Probably the dogs.
So we got to go ahead and get all this stuff off, sweep it. We were trying to do this before it got too hot so it wouldn't soak it up. But I'm not really sure how that's going to pan out. We got to go get some hay and some other stuff. Hopefully this will work. Alright guys, so we got everything off. Danielle's finishing up the sweeping. We looked for our leaf blower, but it's at the house in town. We don't have it here. So we ended up getting everything over here, and this is the whole reason why we don't want to get a bunch of tools and all that. We got our lumber stacked up nice, we got our scraps there, we got our ladders, we got our tools, we got all that stuff. Guys, we have nowhere to put this, but this was our workstation, and now we don't want it to be the workstation, so we got to figure out some storage coming up, or maybe now that we got a ranch hand every day, take it back to the barn. Yeah, that's worth the money. That's all you got to do all day is just that. It would be worth it. But as of right now, I think it's going to be a little overcast. This might actually play out in our favor. Trying to stain it, it's so hot. We're in the hottest parts of the year right now. When we put stain down, it dries up so fast, instantly. So right now we're going to try our best to get out the stuff out of the cracks. It's going to be a pain in the butt, but right now we're going to try to do that before hitting up going and getting hay. All right, so we got all the sawdust in here. We're just going to try our best, get out as much as we can, and then I think over time it'll come out. So,
using the knife is smart.
Yeah, it's getting out fairly good. We do have to leave here in just a second to go get hay. So I'm hoping the sun won't come out and ruin the day. It'd be nice if it happens to be overcast, or maybe not rain till tomorrow. I don't want it to rain right now, but we'll get this done. Whoa. All right, we loaded up and we're heading out. It is 8:51 in the morning. I wanted to work on the deck first, but we need to get hay for animals. We put our last bale in there. So let's see how long this takes. It is 8:51 for us to get back. Got that automatic gate opener. It's the best part about being married.
Okay. You guys talking game plan?
Yeah, he said he don't want to give us any hay. I'm up. All right, got 3 bales. Some of it looks a little nasty, but once you get in there, it's good. Should do. I just made it back. It's like 10:36. It took us about an hour and a half, but we did stop at Tractor Supply, get some more feed. So even just to go grab some hay and grab some food, an hour and a half. That's the only bad thing about living out in the country. All right, guys, we got our help back there. Holla! He's getting some of the branches out of the way right now. We're gonna get this going. It's actually not as hot today, so we're hoping it actually stays on there really good. We got our pump, we got our roller, and we got our stain. It's the natural kind, exactly what we did on the inside. So let's just get going. All right, guys, this stuff is $50 a gallon. So I'm gonna pour it on the deck, and if it falls on the deck, we don't care. We can actually still utilize it. We should probably get a funnel, but it'll be all right. It's such a smaller.
Use what you got.
Yeah. Oh, come on.
We'll just go ahead and.
That's about $4. $5? $5.50? Come on. All right, right up here next to the bin, I'm trying to do it as good as I can. It may not be 100% perfect. We'll go back later. We just don't want to be spraying the metal because I don't know what that's going to look like. All right, so we made it halfway around with 1 gallon. And again, this is what it is, the 3000 natural wood toner, stain, and sealer. It's supposed to be lifetime guaranteed. So almost halfway around, which is great because it's only the outside of the deck. We already did the inside of the house. So I think hopefully this will do the other side, and then we can take the other one and go over it again. That'd make it look really good. All right, so the end of the second gallon got almost to the middle here. So we're gonna throw the other one in there, hit it, and then whatever's left, we're gonna go real fast around the outside again. We were thinking at first maybe do it up there, but I already sprayed part of the bottom. I don't think it's gonna make that big of a difference right now. Yeah. So we're just gonna finish this, and then whatever's left, go around again because it's drying up pretty quick. All right, so we finished 3 gallons and went all the way around, and then we were able to do half of it again. It does dry up really fast. Yeah. I think what we need to do is, we had to go all the way to Tulsa to get it, and we got the only ones they had was 3. So maybe one of our local places will have it, but I doubt it. But it would be awesome to go ahead while it's still wet and it's soaked in, do a bunch of layers and get it soaking in. As far as I know, it's different than paint. Paint, you want to do a layer, let it dry. Stain, I think it can just soak all the way in. But this is where we're at. It's going to dry up. It just looks like really wet wood in the moment, but we'll let it dry up and see what it looks like. But it did camouflage this in a little bit better. And then of course the stairs, from what we have been told, you're supposed to let your deck dry for about a year before staining it so it could soak into the wood. I believe it soaked in a lot. It was way different than the new wood. That's where we're at right now. We're gonna let it dry and then see if we can't find any more. Now, do you think we could roll it in?
Yeah.
Just wherever it'll go, really. 2, 1, 1. There you go. Perfect. There you go, Rambo. There's the good stuff. There's the good stuff. All right, guys, it has been hours since we stained this. So what's crazy is all of this, the steps and all of this right here was the same wood, but the steps look more golden orange, and then you come up and it's a little bit darker up here, and then of course this is the original wood, and this from this point that way is with 2 layers, and then from this point that way is with 1 layer. So pretty much our whole deck is different colors. Not 100% what we were going for, but we need more stain. So this is going to stay the same for now, and then we're going to get another coat and then start back right here and then do this side, and then after a little while, when all of this starts to age a little bit more, we'll stain the whole thing again. We are shooting more for the golden look, a little more of a cedar look, something like that, and we got natural stain and it turned extremely dark. It looks 100% different than what it looked like on the inside. And yes, this did age more, we did wash it, we did do all that, but it still looks pretty good, just not 100% what we thought. But because it had been out here for so long and dried up so much, it soaked the stain in like crazy, which is good. And then we'll let this sit, and then probably in a week, 2 weeks, something like that, we'll hit it again with a different stain on top. Just really let it dry, let it soak in there. But we got all that cleaned up like you guys saw. Woo, almost tripped on a stick. Our ranch hand, he's been helping out drastically, and we cut even more trees. He cleaned it all up, guys. We have logs everywhere, just stumps, just piles of firewood everywhere. You guys have said for the longest time, guys, winter's coming, you got to be prepared. Well, we're gonna have a big bonfire and a big bonfire. We'll give it about a week, week and a half, just like the stain, let that dry out, and then we will burn it all. Oh, it's gonna be a lot of work doing all this stuff, getting it ready, but because it has been the hottest days of the year, we decided to stain the deck, and then ended up being overcast this morning, and then the sun came out. It's not super hot, but it did give us enough time to get the stain where we want it. We'll ask Danielle what she thinks. What are you doing? What do you think of the deck?
Oh, I like it.
Ah!
You okay?
Big old bug flew at me.
No, I really like it. I know you want it to be a little bit different.
Yeah, I do think we'll let it dry for about a week, 2 weeks, hit it again, all that.
Maybe with a little bit more of a golden color, because there is like a little two-tone.
That's what I was saying. We actually, this was a natural color, so we're kind of surprised it did the brown-ish of it, but it's all right. Stubbs has been doing great. You guys know that he got injured. He is doing awesome. He is not back to normal or anything like that, but he is doing great. And because it was a little bit cooler today, they have been actually hanging out outside more, which is awesome. I'm very happy with that. But they have been digging underneath this deck trying to stay cool, so we got to take care of that. It's a little hard to film, so that'll be done off camera. We'll take care of all that. We got more hay for the animals, which you guys saw, which thanks to our ranch hand did not need the front end loader. We were able to push it in there. And then we built a feed trough literally for roughly $25. It was 3 2x4s and 2 2x6s, and it saved us hundreds.
I was gonna say, if you look at Tractor Supply, their feeding troughs are
$200 to $300.
Yeah, so. And
it's worked great. The goats get on it and doesn't hurt it. Reba got on it, doesn't hurt it. If you guys want to check that video out, it should have just came out last week, I think, a couple days ago. I don't know, something like that. You guys can check that out. And it was a great build, easy build. Took about 10 minutes, and it truly helped us out. We needed it for a long time.
Also, have you talked about why we're not working inside the grain bin right now?
Because it's been the hottest time of the year.
Yeah.
So it has been miserable, but we're just trying to take care of everything out here, clean it up. You guys know we've been working on the fence, trying to get all that done up, and trying to keep these boys, especially that one right there, safe. So we do appreciate y'all watching. We know this wasn't a crazy video of a bunch of work, but this was something we wanted to do. We wanted to get the deck stained up and figure out, do we like the look? Do we need to add anything to it? Get it, you know, healthy again. We let it dry out. You're supposed to let it dry for a long time, and then we power washed it, we cleaned it, and then we stained it. And we will, again, let it dry and then put more stain on later. But you guys will find out on the next video. I think we hid something from y'all.